Today is February the 12th, 2025. This is Carmen bringing you your daily Bloodborne Remaster update. No news on a Bloodborne Remaster today, no news on the emulator, but especially no news on the remaster. We had a state of play today. We'll get to that in a second. Before we talk about state of play, because that's going to be most of the update, let's go ahead and go over Night Rain. Elden Ring Night Rain had some gameplay go up today. A lot of the YouTubers and content creators got to go play it. They played it for about 6 hours, and their impressions are mostly positive, but these are Souls. I mean, I myself am technically a Souls tuber, so like I don't want to be too harsh, but like Souls tubers have a tendency to love everything that isn't Dark Souls 2 that comes from Software. So I am going to say I'm going to wait and see for myself. The opinions of like Iron Pineapple and VatiVidya and all the Souls content creators don't really matter much to me. Yeah, these are all people who absolutely love Shadow of the Erdtree, and I was profoundly unimpressed with Shadow of the Erdtree, so we'll see. But a lot of gameplay went up today. There's plenty to go out there and see. They also put up a little trailer saying that it's coming on May the 30th. I'll be playing it, but not on day one because of something in the state of play. I'm going to say Night Rain is mostly something I'm interested in for the core gameplay itself, but not so much bosses or anything like that, you know? I'm interested to see how they improve. Oh, I'm sorry about that. The basic movesets of your player character in Souls games, because that's something that doesn't really change too often. You know, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, and Elden Ring all play very, very similarly. Like, does Elden Ring play that different from Demon Souls? Not really. And you know, Elden Ring is really just DS3 with the jump button that you use 10% of the time. But Night Rain seems very, very different. So I'm very interested to see how that looks. Network test is on Friday, so we'll try that out. Overall, I'll say again, I am cautious on Night Rain. I can't say I'm cautiously optimistic. Can't say I'm cautiously pessimistic. I'm just gonna say I'm cautious about it. We'll see. I'm really not sure about it though. All I know is that supposedly there is still no two-player co-op mode. It's only 3 players. So I'm assuming maybe 2 players, and then you match up with a random, which is dumb. It's really stupid. But again, I say this a lot. As much as we love From Software from a game design standpoint, if there's one thing that we do not like, it is how flat out incompetent they are in terms of like common sense. You know, it's baffling how a developer that is so good at designing levels and enemies and bosses and weapons can be the most incompetent developer in the industry from a common sense standpoint. It's very interesting to see. It's an interesting phenomenon, that's for sure. But yeah, let's see here. As for more non-state of play news, Helldivers stuff, Meridia is close to Angel's Venture. Can't even go there anymore. Angel's Venture is locked up, so we'll see how it goes. But let's get to the state of play, because that's the main thing. So, we're just going to go in order of everything that got showed. I got a thread here on my phone. Instead of talking bad about it before going over the everything that was shown, let's be a bit more formal and hate as we go, shall we? Monster Hunter Rise, I don't see why Wilds Rise, whatever it is, I don't see why we're showing this game. Comes out in 2 weeks. Didn't they have a beta like 2 days ago? Why are we showing this as state of play? What's the point in this? It's stupid. You know, Capcom, in case you don't know, you haven't shown pretty much anything of Pragmata in 5 years. What are you doing? Let's see here. Supposedly they already announced like a free update for Wilds coming in spring, whatever. New Shinobi Art of Vengeance game, not my thing, don't really care. Sonic Racing game, don't care. Digimon, do not care in the slightest. Next up is Lost Soul Aside. This is a game I have been very, very interested in. I think I found it in like 2018 or something like that. 2017, 2018, back in high school. And I'm about to be 23. I've been waiting for this for a long time. The story looks okay. I did pick out who the main character's voice is. I'm pretty sure he's voiced by Alex Lee, I think his name is. The guy who voices Gamma 1 in Dragon Ball Super. Sounds very, very similar to Gamma 1. So, overall, I'm excited for the combat like I have been the entire time. Combat looks great. Story looks interesting. Environments look cool. Not much else besides that. Comes out on May the 30th, so I will not be playing Night Rain on day 1. Instead, I will be playing Lost Soul Aside. So, sorry Night Rain. I'll get to you when I get to you. I'm playing Lost Soul Aside first. Much rather play that game. So, very excited for Lost Soul Aside. Game looked really, really good. One of the only things that looked really good here. Lost Soul Aside looked great. Loved it. Let's see. Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza demo. Don't care. I've given Yakuza a fair shake, man. I have with Yakuza 0. I've played a good amount of it. I'm going to finish it, but I don't like it. I don't like Yakuza. So yeah, Day of the Diver, Yakuza, don't care. Splitgate 2. Did Splitgate come out? I feel like, I don't know. I feel like this was the game that I saw trailers for and then just never heard anything else about it. Paul Heyman was there for something for WWE 2K25. Borderlands 4. Did Borderlands 3 come out? Or I don't know. Let's see here. Directive 8020, don't know. New Five Nights at Freddy's game. Do people still play this stuff? Midnight Walk, don't know what that is. Darwin's Paradox, it's like a weird octopus game, don't care about that. Warrior Abyss, it's a new Dynasty Warriors type game. I don't care. Nothing there for me. Onimusha 2 Remastered. Okay, cool. I guess we're just getting remasters, which is fair. You know, it's been a while since we've been able to play Onimusha on anything. And there's a new trailer for the new Onimusha game. I don't care for this. I know a lot of people are probably excited for Onimusha. It coming back doesn't really mean anything to me. It looks okay. It looks definitely needs a lot of polish, that's for sure. But the game's a year out. We'll give it time. But I'm gonna say I find myself not really caring about Onimusha. Again, I say. You haven't shown Pragmata in 5 years, and now you're announcing and showing Onimusha. Capcom, get it together. Let's see here. Metal Gear Solid 3, same trailer that we saw a few days ago. Don't care. Hell Is Us looks decent. I'm not entirely sure about it, but it looks decent. I'm not going to write it off. I need to see more. Now, the big one, I think the best thing here was the Liza P DLC. Liza P Overture. This DLC looks awesome. They're kind of like... Artorias of the Abyssing this. Is the heater going to come on? No, I thought it was for a second there. We're kind of going to Artorias of the Abyss this thing, which is go all the way back to the past, to where it all started. This DLC looks awesome. I'm so excited. I love Liza P. I do. While I would say that, like, you know, I think the 3 Souls games I would say I like more are Bloodborne, Sekiro, and DS2. I would say that Liza P is better than Dark Souls 2, but I just like Dark Souls 2 more. I would say that the only Souls games that are better than Liza P is Bloodborne and Sekiro. It's better than every other Souls game. Liza P is that good, and I am so excited for this DLC. Been waiting to see it. We finally saw it, and I love it. Very excited for Liza P. Coming this summer. We don't have a date yet, but I can't wait to see more of it. Been waiting for a while. Yeah, love Liza P. Very excited for this. Dreams of Another, very game. Days Gone Remastered. This is a game people pretend to care about for some reason. When it came out, it launched to a resounding, thunderous meh. Nobody cared. Then they canceled the sequel and everybody's like, oh my god, this game was so good. What are you talking about, Sony? This is a game people pretend to care about as far as I care, as far as I know, and I don't care about it. So yeah, I got nothing to say about this. Sure, cool, whatever, remastered. I don't care. Stellar Blade DLC. This is for Gooners. You know, we got Gooner Sekiro content. I never played Stellar Blade. I don't really intend to. The demo wasn't very fun to me, so I'm just not going to play it. Let's see here. Lost Records, whatever. Armored Core stuff coming to... Armored Core 1, 2, and 3, like the original ones coming to PlayStation, whatever. Tides of Annihilation. This was a new IP, I think it is. It looks okay. I'm not going to say it's bad looking. The combat looks good. It looks fast. I like the way the art kind of is. I need to see more of it for sure. I'm going to say it looked okay. Looked very meh. Nothing special. Looked good, I guess. I don't know. Did it? Well, it looked meh to good. I need to see more of it, though. But I'm not going to write it off. It did not look bad. We'll see how I feel about it after we see more of it. It's one to keep an eye on for sure. Tides of Annihilation did not look bad at all. Let's see here. Metal Eden. I didn't care about that. Let's see here. New game called Mind's Eye. It looks bad, I would say. And the last thing they closed on was a new game from the Returnal devs called Saros. I find it so funny that in the interview part with the director of this, he was like, for this game, we're going to be using the typical Housemarque gameplay from Eternals. And he made special mention that we're using that gameplay. And the first note that I made fun of when I saw in the trailer, which said, not actual gameplay at the bottom of the screen, as if we don't see this for every single new PlayStation Studios title. Overall, I'm going to give this State of Play a solid, 3? I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. is bad, obviously. Sony hasn't had a good state of play in a while. It's been a long time since they had a good one. They really need something, because they got to where they only do them like every 3 months, and they always suck. So we'll see. I was hoping for something from Square Enix. You know, I wasn't gonna rule out Bloodborne. I didn't think it was impossible. We're let down again. You know, I feel like we've done this before, so it's tough to say when Bloodborne will show back up. I'm gonna say this was a solid like 3 out of 10. This was a bad show. This is another failing grade. Sony gets a lot of these. It's sad to see. You know, Sony's got stuff they probably can show, but they don't know why. I know a lot of people on Twitter loved it because it's got big names on it. Oh my God, Capcom showed something here. Oh my God, what are you talking about? It's just, I don't see it. I don't see it. There's nothing here to get me excited. And every single time in the state of play that it came up and we saw super realistic graphics, what did I do? I rolled my eyes like, God, here we go again. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the super realistic graphics. Just give me a good art style. Just give me a good art style that I like. And I don't want something overly cartoonish, but I don't need super realistic stuff like we get in the state of plays every single time. Or every single time that they do show something, it's just samey. It's just samey looking super ultra realistic stuff, and I'm tired of seeing it. So yeah, overall, I'm gonna give it like a solid 3. I'm gonna say the Liza P DLC was the best thing here. Really love to see that. Lost Soul Aside looked good. Hell Is Us looked questionable. Tides of Annihilation looked questionable. Nothing else here was of value. Nothing else notable was here. I know people are excited for Metal Gear. I've only played Rising. I don't care to play the rest of the series. I leave it. I don't care if they ever touch it again. Doesn't bother me. Not my thing. Onimusha, don't care. Monster Hunter, don't care. Just sweep it all aside. I give it a 3 out of 10. Bad show, terrible show. Just because you can have a show doesn't mean that you should. So yeah, anyways, I've yapped for about 12 minutes. Gonna go ahead and get out of here. I'm tired of holding this microphone. No news on a Bloodborne Remaster today. Yet again, we'll get it eventually. I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't lose hope on the 10-year anniversary thing until the end of 2025. However, Sony doesn't do these too often, so we'll see when the next time they have a show is. So anyways, I'm out. No news on a Bloodborne Remaster today. That's been your daily Bloodborne Remaster update for, what is it, February the 12th, 2025.